What's going on? Welcome to Totally Blitz Podcast. We're recapping UFC 311, Makachev versus Moicano. There was a whole switcheroo that went down because Armin pulled out, but we'll get into all that. As always, go down, like, and subscribe. Comment what you thought on the card. If you cash some bets, I'm Paul Pickawinno, and I'm joined with.
And you already know it's your boy Kev Waterboy, your boy, aka Don the Don P. Y, always the people's champ. And Paul, man, you know what I'm saying? We got that. We got another guest up here. I almost snapped real quick. We got another guest here.
Oh yeah, it's me. Papa from Lucky.
And Paul, man, UFC 311. You know what I'm saying? And still UFC champion. Because you know what I'm saying? We believed in both of our guys. We definitely said both of them boys was finna win. We definitely never doubted either one of them or thought the Mega Medoff was gonna fuck him up. Not even slightly.
Yeah, none of us are the Mega Medoff fans on here.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We would never say some shit like that about our guy.
Number one, should be pound for pound number one.
You know what I'm saying?
I know Gator's pretty silent because that was the one. That was the one he could not. He was on a high after the Jiri win, and then right after the Jiri win, he had to watch his man get dismantled.
Yeah, man. Yuri, bro, he went out there and did his thing, bro. And Jamal Hill, he's on that leaf.
Still got cooked.
Yeah.
Sorry. Something will cut my throat, but sorry, Yuri. Yuri, he did his thing, man, and he's doing it. And Jamal Hill, he's a social fighter. He beat down Silver for 5 rounds, gassed him out. He actually looked better, way better than Silver than Yuri did. So people are speculating like, wow, you know what I'm saying? Jiri, they were pushing Jiri on the time. This was around like early 2023. They were pushing Jiri and his skill set. You know what I'm saying? About how bad he is with it. Silver, no good. Hill. So this is really special one for Jiri. Proud Jiri, man. Good deal.
Facts, man. Hey, but no cap, you can mute your TV.
Well,
But Powell, man, this was low key of a banger of a card. How did you feel about this card before we start deep dive?
It started off slow from what people are saying, just because there's a lot of decisions. Until the first knockout was like 6 fights into it. But the main card, if I'm not mistaken, other than the Umar fight, nothing else went to decision.
Facts. But hey, man, I disagree. Them boys, anybody that says that, I feel like, hey, man, them boys wasn't prelim gang with the homies. You feel me? Prelim gang, we in this bitch. But yeah, Paul, I disagree with that. I think the fights definitely had a lot of decisions in the beginning, but there were some good fights. Like there was some upsets, there was some fuck ups, there was some what is he even doing here? And then we found out Grant Dawson has hands too in the prelims. Like, I don't know. I enjoyed the prelims personally.
Now, what do you want to? Oh, is there where you want to start with the prelims? Because there was a couple upsets down below.
I mean, yeah, we can run through the prelims. I'll run through the prelims real quick. But let me know, how'd you guys rate the card? 1 to 10, how'd you like it? The first card of the year, main card had damn near all finishes. And the only one that wasn't a finish was a what the fuck cardio to the fullest. Like, how'd y'all like this card?
I'm fucking 8 out of 10, man. Like, so this is amazing. Like, this is like fantastical. Like, I've never seen a card like this. Like UFC, like they tremendously had. Actually, I wouldn't say bad January cards, but they've had like for the past 2 years a rough start. Like 2023 was a very rough start. 2022 was a rough start. 2020, you know what I'm saying? 2024 was a little questionable. So they had because they get so hot during the summers and late. You know what I'm saying? Earlier, it becomes weird.
I would say it's because I don't want to go too high since it is the first card of the year, but it was. I'm going down the list right now. I'd probably give it like an 8.5, maybe even depending on how some of these next cards are. If they're kind of duds, it might really be a 9.
Yeah, I could agree with that. I give it an 8.5, but I don't know if Armin Sarukian didn't pull out. Like, I don't know, kid. This shit would have been up.
I think that's what kind of hurts it too, is that like we lost out on that fight.
maybe that's where we could start off at, man. How did y'all feel about getting the news? Like we literally shot the whole podcast, and then we get the news literally the next day. Armin Sarukian is out because of back problems.
Yeah, man, they must have like he must have been taking some dubious back stuff. I mean, like back problems the night beforehand. You know what I'm saying? To me,
And there's all the clips of him with that neck shit he does, where he's putting his head on the fucking mat and doing like full 360s with his while his neck is on the ground. And they're like, yeah, I wonder how the fuck you could get neck problems and back problems. I wonder what could have happened.
he did it on purpose.
I mean, I look at it as one thing about me is I do not, motherfucker. If you're hurt, you're hurt. Like, cool. I think the fight game's a little different. There's a lot of motherfuckers that have won championships with broken things all over. But it was Dana White's reaction to me because they said that they got the call. Hunter Campbell got the call. And then him and the head athletic trainer and the team immediately drove to Armin Surukian, wherever they was at. And they got him checked out. And nobody said what they said. They just said that after that, Armin Surukian pulled out of the fight. So then Dana was like, he's gonna go back to the he's going back to like fighting. He has to earn his championship again. It wasn't just the we'll rebook the fight when we get a chance. He's like, no, that nigga has to earn it. So I'm like, oh, this was one of those. You could have said something earlier. No, I think this is one of those things that like you could have said something earlier, or because if the trainer says he's hurt, he's hurt. Like that's the doctor. But I feel like it's one of those situations where Jit probably could have said something way earlier. If this was a continuously nagging injury, like, and you felt to need to pull out the night before, like you could have said something. We could have figured it out. It's not just put Moicano up. Like, you feel me? So yeah, I think it's very interesting, and I want to see what I'm gonna keep my ear to the streets to see what niggas say about that. Or if Armin Sarukian does an interview, I'm there for that.
Yeah, and then not only that, but they really were trying to. I like Moicano, but they were really like every time they did like the face, not the face off, but they would put like the fighter stats next to each other, but like throughout the card and stuff. Like they're trying their best to sell the Moicano, but like. Then you see like the minus 1,500 next to Islam's name, and it's like kind of hard to like really sell this idea of like Moicano can do it.
They said just imagine being an Armenian fan that got the ticket and they got there the night of, like the night before. It's just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, no, that Dan White didn't say enough. I wish he said a little bit more.
He had to go. He had big things to do on Monday.
Fortunately, it was a doubleheader. I think that's what kind of saved it too, is that there was more gold on the line than just that.
Yeah, definitely. It was a very interesting twist of fate. I was just like, oh shit, it is what it is, and I still enjoyed the card.
And starting off with the card, your boy Tiger, he broke it off. This is the first of the Dagestanis on the card. And overall, the Nurmagomedov camp, what did they go, like 3-1 or 2-1?
2-1.
Yeah, 2-1. Not the usual results, but they started off right.
I mean, Tiger fucked him up. I thought I wanted to see like, oh, yo, is this person a killer? Is he really doing what he did? And the stand-up, I mean, other dude didn't look terrible, Carpenter on the stand-up. But once that Russian wrestling kicked in, it was a wrap. It was over. Get him up out of there. I was like, yeah, Tiger, keep an eye on this guy. If he can figure out, get his stand-up together and keep fucking motherfuckers up with his Russian wrestling, he is a motherfucker to watch.
He got one. He got that.
What division is he?
Featherweight, right?
Yeah, no, flyweight. 125.
Yeah.
And shit is huge. Paul said he was like 147 the day of the fight. And I'm looking at bro, I'm like, yo, bro, this nigga is giant.
Yeah, 17% increase in weight, they said.
Shit is fat, kid. Like, bro is big. Like, I was like, there's no way you could make flyweight consistently. That's crazy.
And he got that ugly look to him. Like them,
them
ugly wrestlers.
Thank you.
They doesn't even know they really killers.
Thank you. I told the niggas that when we was watching. I was like, yo, bro, this nigga's a problem, bro. He's ugly.
You got a cockeye too. Yeah, it seems
Edge fucked up. Edge all crooked and shit. Naturally, I was like, oh yeah,
And
this
then
nigga is
Clayton
black.
Carpenter came out like the pretty boy comb over, all American. He looked like an all American dad. Yeah, you knew who was winning this fight just by looking at the two guys.
I'm fucking crying. And then you can't sleep on my dog Sopaj. Sopaj is him. That's it. That's
Hey,
it.
Albania got a hitter. I'll give it to him. I've never seen black before, but they came in and got a dub.
He is him, kid. That nigga's a problem.
He was stuffing the takedowns. He even dropped Ricky from what I saw in like the highlights.
Fuck that boy up. Like there was not one point where I didn't think Sopaj was winning this fight.
Yeah, I'm looking at the numbers. I said the shit started slow, but like there's a lot of hands. It looks like that was thrown in both of these fights.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like niggas was fading. I was like, yo, y'all boys starting off the card right.
I might have been salty because fucking the next fight, the Rinya Nakamura, all my parlays, bro, everything I had had a Rinya Nakamura somewhat sprinkled in there, and the fact that he did not use any wrestling until the very last round when he was already got dropped, already down on the scorecard. It was too little, too late, and I was like, bro, like everything about you is like you have this wrestling pedigree, like you. And Jit did none of that. He tried to box with him, and he almost got cleaned up a couple times.
Jit had me looking so stupid, and I was thinking like maybe bruh's like just can't do no wrestling. Maybe that's what it is. He's also Kamaru Usman because remember we watching Kamaru Usman versus Leon Edwards. Like yo, bro, why are you not shooting? Why are you not? Maybe it's one of those situations, right? No, this motherfucker got taken down on the third round, got his shit, motherfucker. Immediately got the reversal fall, and I was so hot. Gator, I'm talking about fuming. I'm like, yo, bro, there's no the fuck way this motherfucker had this much wrestling in his bag, and he just chose not to use it. Now let me go fucking kickbox with a kickboxer and get dropped every fucking round. That was a great idea. Great game plan. Yeah, if you heard what I said in the group chat, Bert.
The guy was 1-2 in the UFC prior to that fight.
Nigga is sorry. I don't know if he like thought the nigga wasn't shit or nothing like that, but I don't know what it was. And he started the trend of undefeated fighters. Oh no, Carpenter started the trend of undefeated before undefeated fighters fucking lost in this card. And I thought, wow.
2 within the first 3 fights.
Literally.
Was you tuned in for the prelims, Gator?
Prelim game?
I don't watch the Sabrina.
And there's no some bullshit going on down before. I was hoping for some bullshit judging, but even I was saying there like Rinya Nakamura, there's no way, you cannot bullshit your way to this decision.
I'm telling you, kid, that shit had me hot.
And then the women came out and fought. I didn't really watch this fight, but Aline Perez, I do know, was an underdog, and there was a big trend on underdogs when they threw out this card.
Yeah, bro, there's like 6 or 8 of the niggas, but shout out Lynn Perez. She twerked afterwards. I mean, now she's in the top 10 of her division.
Crazy how. Then we had Grant Dawson, who showcased a little bit of everything when he does absolutely cook Diego Ferreira. And happy birthday, Diego, 40-year-old.
I'm fucking crying. I mean, this fight was cool because one, if it wasn't for Merab and Jamal Hill, I would have said this is Jiri versus Jamal Hill. This low key would have been my fight of the night. Grant Dawson came in throwing hands, and I didn't know he had those. Don't get me wrong, he shouldn't be in this bitch trying to strike with the best in the division and shit. But he wasn't backing down. He said, yo, I low key the hype train got fucked up because who beat him? Jalen Turner, right?
No, Bobby Green.
Bobby Green. Yeah. King. So yeah, King knocked him the fuck out. So niggas was saying he had a glass chin and shit. He said, nah, I'm gonna throw hands with you. I got hands for you. And then anytime he won the grapple exchanges. If he can become a more complete fighter, bro, I'm telling you, America, we gotta compete.
Jim was winning the grappling. We had no question on if he was going to win the wrestling because he was taking him down, holding him down, moving positions, and he did damage while on top, which is a lot of people forget to do. But the exchanges was fun. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not saying he has a glass chin, but Diego Fierro was also landing some shots too. Because at certain points, that's what made it my low key fight at night. Because I was like a whole round and a half into the fight. Grant Dawson rolled with him, cooked him on the ground, was outboxing him, and then Fierro landed some big shots too. And I was like, hold up. And all of a sudden, both guys start scrambling. I didn't know who dropped who in the moment. And I was like, all I know is that people are throwing big shots, and now they're on the mat. Someone's phased. But it was a good fight. I know Grant Dawson won clear cut like 30-27, but Fierro had like a little bit of moment to him that I was like, oh, this fight's fun.
He definitely had moment. You explained that quite well. Yeah, Fierro didn't go out like no punk. He's 40 years old, but he definitely locked in and was trying to get that win.
And then the big old Bogdan gets the submission. This is honestly any way he wanted it. He dropped him. I don't know if it counted as a drop, but should have. He made him take a knee. So it starts like they're still punching him, but the ref never stops it. He puts him in a guillotine, gets him out of the guillotine, punches him some more, puts him back in the guillotine, and then locks him in submission. And this is all while Elkanah's right there with like one knee on the ground and like one knee up, like standing there. It was just it was just funny to watch all that shit happen.
I mean,
this was your Shakur lookalike. They got cooked.
Yeah, he did get beat the fuck up. Hold up, let me pull this shit because I have in my fucking notes some funny shit. I gotta make sure this works.
This is actually, if I'm not mistaken, this is the first fight I actually got home, just sat down and watched. And I think Romeo had just, I think he maybe, no, he hasn't, no, he didn't start the live yet at this moment.
Oh, no, this isn't the one I'm thinking of.
Oh, then we have, where do you want to move from here?
Oh, bro, that nigga's actually, that nigga motherfucking Bekovic, that nigga got hands.
Oh, Azamov.
That nigga killed. Yeah, that nigga killed that nigga.
But this is actually one of the fights I did not pay attention to.
Bro, I was chilling, but I just happened to put the sound up for this fight, and I just hear, oh shit! I get over there, boom, 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 giving it to his ass. And then this is one of those fights where the nigga tried to use the BJJ guard to get on to save him. But niggas know too many submission defenses for you to let you get a submission on your back, kid. Like, if you're not Charles Oliveira, stop that.
Is this the fight where he kicked him in the face while holding his leg?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, no, that shit was kind of, I saw that shit pop up. He was holding his leg like this, and he had one hand on the mat still, and he kicked him in the face. I was like, oh shit. Even the commentating team were like, technically, that's still legal.
I fucking bet it is.
Then we had the Peyton Talbot. This was the fraud check right here because Barcelos cleaned him.
Stupid underdog.
Yeah, just completely, absolutely cleaned him up. 30-27, 30-27, 30-26. Someone gave him a 10-8 round. A couple submission attempts. Controlled him on the mat, just made him uncomfortable, kept closing the distance, kept the pace very much on him, never gave him a second to take a moment to breathe, and it was just too much with Talbot. Talbot never got his footing underneath him, never could get the big shots he wanted to land. Barcelos just kind of dictated this whole fight.
Yeah, definitely. He definitely came in and fucking impressed, locked in to show what's up. Because he just never, he dictated the entire fight from start to finish. He just never let Talbot get in the rhythm. He made Talbot kind of run with his running, and that wrestling was nice.
The world, the world slightly, just a little bit, tiny bit got better on Talbot loses. And Talbot lost the goals. Slightly became a better player.
This is where your hate watch started.
The crime rate went down for like 2 seconds after Talbot lost.
But people are all on his head over this because I guess like a couple of days prior he was out at like a club with like Frank Ocean.
Oh wow!
And like he would.
Oh, that's what.
And he was the one dancing on the stripper pole was Talbot, and they were like, "Yeah, look at him. This is the guy."
Talbot was too busy partying with a guy who's much better talented than Kendrick Lamar. But Talbot, he was the focus on his fight. Talbot, he wanted to lose his fight. He lost. So sorry, Talbot, he lost.
This is. I wish Romeo was here because I know Romeo has probably a whole paragraph of what he would want to say about Talbot right now.
Yeah, I mean, Jake got fraud checked by wrestling. It is tragic.
Then I guess we can't say fraud check because you kind of know this is going to happen with Kevin Holland. Kevin Holland takes on RDR Ritter. 0-2 against the incoming talent from these other leagues. RDR first round submission completely cooks Kevin Holland here. Kev, how did you feel about your boy Kevin Holland getting? I mean, not only submitted but submitted within like 2 minutes.
But take your ass fucking back down to welterweight, man. I mean, I don't want to tell nobody how to live their life. But this motherfucker weighed 212 pounds. The dude he's fighting weighed 212 pounds on the night of the fight. Like, bro, that's just so much. And it shows the boys can just pressure you, crowd you, wrestle the fuck out you, and leave you stuck.
How about you, Gator? How do you feel about Kevin Holland after this L?
And, he needs to fight with his head, you know what I'm saying? It's like, the lights are on when nobody's home when he fights, you know what I'm saying? He just uses all brain power when he fights.
Do you think RDR is going to actually be making a run at middleweight?
He'll make some noise. He'll not do something crazy. He'll make noise. He'll beat like a Marvin Vettori, you know what I'm saying?
He has nice judo, BJJ, and he's kind of head big.
I want to see him fight Marvin Vettori. Do you want to see him fight Marvin Vettori?
I like the Marvin Vettori part. I don't even know what the fuck Marvin Vettori's been up to this last year.
Crying on Twitter.
Oh, yeah.
That should be me. Saying that how he should be campaigning instead of going on earning it. That's what he's been up to.
No, yeah. Marvin Vettori versus RDR actually be a nice little fight, a fight night Apex card main event. Did Jailton Almeida getting the first round KO over Sergey Spivak? I'm so happy. All my bets, I almost took him by submission, but I was like, no, Paul, just take him to win inside the distance. And that's exactly what he did. But Spivak looked good for this fight. This was a fun fight. A lot of reversals on the ground. A lot of Spivak. I would just say he held his own. There was at a moment where I thought Spivak was about to win the first round, and Almeida is just looking kind of shitty. And then Almeida turned it up in the last minute to get on top, drop some vicious ground and pound, and then even boxed him someone on the feet. Almeida boxed with him and caught him with something. Good showing for Almeida. Kev, did you get to watch the Jailton Almeida fight?
Yeah, for like 20 seconds, like he got that boy up out of there in literally no time, kid. I literally went to go fucking all I hear is DC. Oh, shut up.
Spivak was working him too. Spivak took him down. Spivak was winning the round until Almeida wobbled him on the feet.
I respect it. They're saying they don't know what to do with Spivak after this. But Jailton Almeida, that boy got that boy up out of there. And they said that the boy was throwing a flurry of hands.
Was you on the live for us with this one, Gator?
No, doing the fight after.
Oh, you fight after? Yeah, you made sure, yeah. Because I remember you joined for the Jiri fight. I was oh, yeah, he had to show up for this fight. Jiri getting the knockout over our boy Jamal Hill. By our boy, I mean me and Kev, we both picked Hill. Jiri, we know you picked that boy Gator. Honestly, first round, show me what I should have shown me what all I needed to know. I was like, damn, Hill is not going to be boxing him. He is not dictating this fight, and showed some good flashes. But that boy Jiri and Alex 3 looks inevitable.
Yeah. There's nothing else. There's no other fight to make. If you Alex would beat Ankalaev, I don't know. What else do you do?
How do you feel if that fight happens, Gator? You think Jiri got a shot? Third time's a charm.
Yeah, I think he will win the first fight for sure. He will.
I don't think so, because
I think he will.
nah, because this fight showed me how hard Alex hits. Because like, think about it, like Alex probably gets this fight done in one round if he's either or of the parties. But them boys was stumping a little bit because like nobody hits his powers.
He only knocked out 20 opponents though. He only knocked out 20 opponents.
He be flatlining.
He knocked out both of them.
But he only knocked out 20 opponents though. You know,
three. He knocked out both of them. 3 out of 3 times. 3 times out of a 2. Like, I think he has 1 knockout to spare.
Yeah, just in case it will feel frisky.
You feel me? Like, but nah, I have a shout out to Jamal Hill though. Jamal Hill, I was expecting to kind of come in here and work with Yuri. I was expecting to be skilled, and but Yuri looked like a skilled motherfucker. They said Yuri had footwork, all this good stuff. I'm like, no way.
He was moving his head. That was different. He's moving his head a lot more, not staying on the center line.
Hey, they was snapping though. I heard that Jamal Hill corner was snapping. Hit his fucking body. Stop watching his head. Hit his body. That boy Jamal Hill hit the body, overextended, and that's what got him KO'd.
And it didn't look good that Jamal Hill's face was all swollen and like battered. Like that was not a good look for, you know, they always be posting them post face looks, and it was a good one for Hill.
Mm.
Then we had some gold on the line. Merab gets the unanimous decision win over Umar. Boy, oh boy. We have all to apologize to Merab.
Facts. My apology. I'm sending flowers and condolences, all that good shit. But
he did it.
Umar did break his hand.
And this was a fight that was great to watch live with Romeo in there, because like there's a certain moments where like Merab took him, slammed him, and just like started taunting. I was like, but Merab was bitching.
Yes.
Like, what?
Merab styled an Omega mud off. You know how crazy that sounds?
He did shoot a shitload of takedowns, but like it's the ones that he got that mattered.
Nigga shot 30 and got 7.
He broke the record for like most takedowns landed.
Hey, he had to grind for that shit because Umar was not going for those last. Maybe that's another reason why Umar lost that round, because he was not trying to let Merab get that record. And then Merab ended up getting like, I think 2 more.
Yeah, because Romeo, when he got the next one, Romeo and us were like, there it is. But I will give Umar credit. He did break his hand. And then I did see the photo. I thought it was just him with some excuse, Ali, whatever, had him say some excuse. But then when I saw the photo of the hand, I was like, okay, the hand was kind of fucked up. He shout out to him for going another 4 rounds, making it still a competitive fight. Shit happens in the fight game. He dealt with it as best as he could. It just wasn't his night. Definitely be back. He'll be back in a title shot. There's not many other foes that are going to be giving him any challenges, but this was the night for Merab. Merab got the win. I love Merab's personality too. Like he has fun with that shit too. And then Ilia Topuria even chimed in his little 2 cents talking about this is what happens when Georgian wrestling meets Dagestani wrestling. Yeah, good win. So even Topuria is talking his shit. Good win for Merab. I apologize.
Yeah, I big apologize. I apologize crazy because this was probably my favorite fight on the card, low key. Because Merab taking 30 takedowns and only landing 7. And just watching Umar's gas tank go down and down, having to fight all these crazy takedowns was insane. Like, I didn't think you could gas out somebody. I wouldn't say he was gassed out, But I never thought that you could out cardio a dude, one of these Russian Dagestanis. Like, I thought that was one thing they had because they could train in the snow and all this extra shit that puts hairs on your chest. But the fact that Merab just got in there, just kept going for him, going for him, going for him. And the last one he got was so nice. And he was still like fading two on the feet. I think when y'all called it 2-2 on the podcast, on the live stream, I was scared. Well, I definitely had Merab 3-2 finishing.
No, Romeo had that shit like 4-0 at one point, Merab.
Yeah, that shit was. He was so happy when he got the 48-47.
I just want to, because someone made a good point, because they're already talking about like Merab. I think it's way too early to say he's the GOAT of the division. Like Aljo had all those defenses, all that stuff. But the case is that like this 5-fight run that he's on, Jose Aldo, Peter Yan, Henry Cejudo, Sean O'Malley, Umar Nurmagomedov. That's one of the toughest 5-fight streaks that you can line up that five with any people's five. It got gold medal winners. Every one of them is a champion. Every single one of them is a champion. But yeah, Merab, fucking Georgia wrestling. I don't know who he fights next. Honestly, at this point, throw anybody in front of him. He's cleaning them up. And this fight also, you said it was your favorite fight tonight. I think what it had the most going for it.
Yeah, for sure. And the energy was high. The energy was high because the crowd was into this one.
Because I know we all locked in on the live like as if this was the main event. Because the next fight we're about to talk was almost like a predetermined outcome.
And the craziest thing is because we lost our main event. This really did feel like a main event for real. And they came to show. I'd love to see. I hope Umar doesn't use a broken hand as an excuse, but he just understands that, like, okay, just keep, like, he's just looking him around, like, keep that belt, pussy. Keep that fucking belt. I'm coming for it one more time.
Now, Gator, as somebody who had Umar up, I think 3-1 going into that final round. What was going on in your head as you were watching this fight and the scorecards are being read? Were you actually that confident he was up 3-1, or were you just saying that for the live?
No, I was. I do think the judging was a little misplaced and out of balance. I think in the rematch, you know what I'm saying? We'll try to re-judge it out of it.
If he didn't have the broken hand, do you think it's a different outcome?
Oh, way different. You know what I'm saying? Broken hand in the first round and was still winning the majority of the fight. Yeah, totally different. I would say, you know what I'm saying? So, not about that.
I would say way different, but Merab had to really lock in those championship rounds.
Is Merab those extra 2 takedowns? I don't know. Now we're splitting hairs. That's just, but no. I want to see the rematch. Honestly, I want to get, bro, fuck it. I don't want to see them fight anybody else. Just run it back.
There's nobody else to fight. Because imagine this run that Merab is on right now. Like, who else is going to be able to add to that?
Sugar Sean, only reason I don't like him, but he never got the rematch for losing the belt. I wouldn't be too shocked if he has some sort of, in the pay-per-view adage to it, that he could potentially be the person that fills in for the next 6 months.
Who did Cheeto fight next?
Huh?
Who's Cheeto fight next? He fighting
not for the belt.
I don't think Cheeto's going for the belt. Shit, Cheeto.
No, he's fighting somebody at high level. I think he's fighting Henry Cejudo.
Yeah, I think I heard that too. But
I think
they're saying the only options is Peter Yan, Sean O'Malley, or give Umar the rematch.
I can think Sugar. I think is the only one who I think gets the rematch because he actually had the belt and the pay-per-view adage. But Umar would be my personal pick.
Yeah, I mean, but he has to let his hand heal. That's at least 6 weeks.
And Yan, I feel like Yan lost his time. His time has came and gone.
Mm-hmm.
We got
shout out one of my favorite divisions. And that 135 going crazy.
Motherfucker, main event. It was supposed to be a banger. It was supposed to be the rematch. It had everything going for it. Instead, we got Islam versus Renato Moicano. And I mean, thank you, UFC, I guess, for not canceling the event or the fight, all that. But this was a predetermined outcome. It was as honestly, how was Islam going to get the finish? And what round would he get the finish? And Islam shows that if you are not a contender, he doesn't play with his food. Like if you don't belong in there, he gets you out of there, and that's exactly what we saw. Took care of business with Moicano, gets the first round submission, does a little bit work on the feet, but as soon as he takes him to the ground, it was over. It was a wrap.
Yeah, he's the best fighter. Like Dana said, he's the best in the world, bro.
Yeah.
Best in the world. That's what it is.
Yeah, when Dana admits that you're the best in the world, you're the best in the world, kid.
And his gi, he got the Darce choke on him, and Demetrius Johnson was on his podcast the very next day. I was like, bro, I don't even feel bad, brother. Like he caught me with that twice. That's his favorite choke. He doesn't normally. I guess you lock it up over here by the elbow, but he locks his up by the wrist, and he squeezes lats, and that shit just immediately locks it in. There's no way of getting out of it. It's a quick, immediate. You're done. Islam's just so fucking nasty. If he never got that one loss in his career, he'd be. I think like people already say he's better than Habib potentially.
Yeah, I just think his skill set is different from Khabib's. I think he's a more aggressive fighter and like complete all around. He's like hitting in nines and 9.5s and tens in every category.
Yeah.
And he's not scared to get you up out of there.
He's going 10 years strong. His last loss is in 2015. So 10 years strong without an L. And honestly, he is like in a class of his own. They're saying his next fight, he's saying that he would fight DDP next if he could, if Dana sent the contract.
Yeah, he'd be in that fight too. He should.
If he fought fucking DDP and won a third and won that would be fucking insane. Moicano, though, hopefully they paid him well because he did save the card, I guess. And he kind of knew he was taking that L. So hopefully UFC paid him a good chunk of money because I don't think he's getting a title shot again after this fight. Last things on 311.
Great card, man. Islam, number one fighter in the world. What you be saying, Paul? World's best religion, world's number one fighter.
World number one religion, world number one fighter.
But yeah, Islam did what he had to do. They say he didn't even find out who he was fighting until after the weigh-ins. He's like, "Come on, brother, I'm champion. I fight anybody."
That's kind of gangster.
And it just made up for like the mega man off L because you know Khabib and the boys like, what the fuck?
Yeah, no, they definitely took that L to the heart. Habib almost exploded on the fucking inside the cage, and Umar lost. But all in all, pretty solid card. What did we say? 8-5 consensus.
8-5. It could have been a 9, but it was missing the main event that sold to me.
Well, appreciate everybody for watching. Again, go down, like, and subscribe. Comment what y'all thought on this card. Comment if y'all hit some bets, because I mean, this was definitely a card of underdogs. As always, we're Totally Blitz podcast. Broke down 311. If y'all didn't know, now y'all know, motherfuckers.
Yeah.